I'm in love with my son and I am pregnant for him. Story time with Trendy Grandma. I got married to my husband when I was 16. I had our son when I was 18 because my parent mandated my husband to allow me to finish secondary school before I get pregnant. So after my secondary school, got pregnant and had my baby boy. When my son was about 8 months, we got attacked by armed robbers who broke into our home, raped me, and eliminated my husband. That was a day that I will never forget. I never knew that I would survive that ordeal. But when I realized that my son was still alive, they didn't harm my son. I nursed my wounds, buried my husband, and life continued. I refused to remarry. I was so heartbroken because of the way I loved my husband. He treated me so well. He was so very good. I decided to live my life not having anything to do with any other man. So I continued like that, being celibate, looking after my only son. It was just him and myself until my son was 17 years old. He just got an admission into the university because it has always been me and my son. My son sleeps in my bed. There wasn't anything. We didn't see it as anything. I change in front of my son. He changes in front of me. It was just that mother and son relationship. So one day, I was sleeping alongside my son. Then my son had got an admission and was just about to get into the university. Then I had this dream. In that dream, I saw my husband. It was exactly as if it was in real life. I saw my husband and that we were happy together like we used to be. And I realized that my husband was touching me in that dream and I was touching my husband as well. So we were about to make up in that dream. Then I realized that it was my son. And my son was lying down, sleeping, he was sleeping beside me. I don't know what took over me, and I started touching my son, and he didn't resist. Probably because of fear that I was the mom, I really don't know. I don't think he had done it before. I don't think, because he tells me everything. So that was how the relationship between me and my son started. I started seeing my husband inside my son. Honestly, I know it is not right, but I don't know the force that is driving me to continue to do like that. But the worst thing right now is I am pregnant. I know I'm supposed to go and terminate that pregnancy, but I am in a crossroad. One mind was telling me to keep it, and then keep it as a secret, not telling my husband's people. I'm still answering my husband's name. I'm still in touch with my husband's people. Some of them still even helps us because I refuse to remarry. So who will I tell them that the pregnancy belongs to? Again, how will I live with it that I am having my son's baby? What shall I do? Terminate the pregnancy? Many people will say it's a sin. Have the child? It is equally a sin because I know that it is incest. The pregnancy is just 6 weeks, but I'm still in between the opinion whether to terminate it or to keep it. Another thing I need help with is how to stop that relationship with my son. Because the thing comes as a force. It's like I'm possessed. Even when I will try to fight it, I won't be able to fight it. It's just like something is drawing me to my son. He started uni, he lives in the university, comes back during holidays or comes back during weekend to meet me. And once he comes back, we continue the scene where we stopped. He's professing that he's in love with me. How do I come out of this? How do I convince him? How do I tell him that what we're doing is absolutely not good? I know that many people will judge me. I know that many people will tell me off. But how do I deal with that force that draws me to my son? How do I stop it? Please, please, I want you and your audience to help me.